Big Brother Nigeria House Season 10 has been one not to miss, actually. We've seen the drama and the eviction so far. So joining me on the show today are the beautiful set of evicted housemates, Ivatar, Doris, and Big Soso. How are you guys doing?
We're fine.
Good.
We're doing 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start by your experiences in the house. How would you rate your time in the house? Just briefly before we go to the talking points. I'll start with you next time.
For me, it was the most exciting, challenging, rewarding experience, and I'm grateful for it.
More rewarding, that's crazy.
Right, yeah. So it was really challenging, but it was fun. It was really fun. It was exciting.
Okay, what about
Same, it was a wholesome experience. I loved it. Obviously had my ups and downs, but I wouldn't change anything. The only thing I would change was maybe to give myself more grace and more,
But when all of you say challenging, what's the challenge? And before you even answer that, everyone comes in with a plan. Do you guys feel you executed your plan? Did you guys execute it to perfection all through the house? So let me start from you in the middle. Then Ivatar, then Soso.
Okay, so if there was no plan, there was nothing to execute. So for me, I just went into the house. Yeah, I went to the house, no plans. I was just pack your bags, go, have fun, live in the moment. And that was exactly what I did.
What was the challenge for you when you guys say challenging?
I mean, did you watch the bare minimum week? Is that not enough? Missing my family, my friends. At some point, I was trying to remember what my nephew looked like,
Wow.
Yeah, I was because every time I video call them every day and not being able to do that, and then living with 28 people in a very, you don't have your own space. Literally, your mattress is your space you have. So it was very difficult, yeah.
Was it like this face me, I face you feeling?
It was the bathroom, everything was close together. There used to be queues before we go to the gym, to pee and everything. It was really crazy, but it was fun.
Okay, what about you, Ivatar?
Same. The challenge for me was living with so many people. We call it a major, doing a number 2. And you see somebody's feet there. And, it got to a point where we're sharing tissues, the shower, you don't have enough time. And another challenge for me was time management. Big Brother will tell you 1 hour, 10 minutes later is 5 minutes, and you're trying to do makeup, and I can't do makeup. So I felt like every day was a circus week for me, because I don't know what I was painting, but I was painting my face. But it was all fun. It was all fun.
Okay. I'm happy you had fun. What about you, Soso?
The challenging part was obviously, for somebody like me, I'm a proper soft girl, and I had to do a lot of physical tasks. I mean, you might see a cooking company will come and tell us to do some physical crawling and soldier level. And at some point, I'm like, what is going on in the outside world? Are they training me for some war or something? But another challenging part was the Face Your Fear week. Hey! Big Brother brought dwarf with something to come and scare me. I finished the blood of Jesus that day on that dwarf. And then they brought snake. I don't know if it's anaconda, if it's python or whatever, but the man had the snake on his neck, and that really traumatized me. Yeah. For me, those were my major challenging.
Yes.
Okay, so now, I remember speaking to one of the housemates. I can't remember the particular housemate that came out after eviction. And he shared that he had some regrets not showing some parts in the house that would have sold him. Do you guys have that feeling? Do you feel like there's something you would have done that maybe would have sold you better in terms of maybe what you want to do outside the house?
You see what you said, you can't remember. I don't ever want to, someone trying to remember something I did or said, and they said, I can't remember who she was.
It was Kaikumi. Kaikumi, yeah. So he said that he wished he did some things differently, so that maybe, because he said he's into fashion, but he thought he didn't show that part in the house.
Yes.
So what about you guys? Do you guys have that?
Likewise, I wanted to add to my challenge. Approaching people was a challenge for me. It's not like I can't do it. I'm very sociable, I'm fun, I'm, entertaining. But in that house, it was quite difficult. And I did state that I'm used to people approaching me. And I'm not saying it because, I'm better than anybody. It happens automatically because of what I look like and what I do. I'm a DJ, I'm a TV presenter. And obviously, they are interested in my tattoos. So, when I'm not used to that, it was a challenge for me to approach people. So maybe I would have approached more people. Okay. But at the same time, I keep saying that the energy they gave me made it not possible. But I also would change the fact that I backed down a lot, because when it came to teamwork, group tasks, I let them ride over me or make choices that did not involve me. And I wish I stood my ground more. But I also felt like I was trying to avoid any arguments because I was one of the first people that argued in the first week, and I didn't want to be looked as that sort of person. But I would have been, if I had to change anything, I would have been second in Missy vibe, but in my Ivatar way, where I would say, no, I'm doing what I want, and whether all of you are against me, I'll do it. But everybody against Ivatar was not something I wanted or I felt I could handle. But if I had to change, I'll go for that way, because outside world, I don't back down and I do what I want. So, yeah.
Okay, so that made you, fall back into your shell.
Yes.
And do you feel like if you had done things different, take for example, you said you're a DJ, you're a presenter, that means you should be social.
A lot of
you should
people,
be out there.
yes, they're surprised that, oh, you didn't give us anything, you didn't do anything. And that's not me. I'm very entertaining. Prior to the show, I had my vibe, I had my energy. Everybody's like, I love your vibe, I love your energy. But in the show, they say I dulled them. And, maybe I would have changed it. And if nobody wanted to talk to me, I'll start talking to myself. I'm walking around the house. Dancing on my own.
What about you, Soso?
For me, there's really nothing I would have changed because I felt like I was myself 100%. And, coming out and seeing the narrative that I'm a mommy, that's what I am outside. I mean, I have younger siblings that I always look after and people that I cater to. So naturally, you have that nurturing side of you. I would have, probably added more fuel to who I was as a person.
Okay, more fire.
Yeah, so because I did a lot of things. When I heard the term 10 over 10, immediately I was like, yeah, that's your time, because it's my first time applying for the show. And then I got in, so I was like, yeah, this is my time, because being a 10 over 10 to me was bringing in who you are, your A game, what can you do? And I showed myself in the kitchen, showed myself in the salon, showed myself in different parts. I mean, you see me turning semovita like it, it started from somewhere.
Wife material, according to some Nigerians.
But for me, I really, really showed who I was, and I'm proud of myself.
And that tag, like you said, you nurture, you're a nurturer. Do you feel like some people felt like you were trying to be a pick-me? Just saying, like amongst the men, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I've never wanted to be a pick-me, It's just that, like I said, I come from the northern part of Nigeria where we are raised to be nurturers, we are raised to look after people as women. And we cook, we clean, we do all these basic things. And some people could look at it as a pick-me, But then again, when has it been a bad thing to be a motherly figure? When has it been a bad thing to be a big sister? So for me, I never regret that, because when I came out, the first people, I was on a group call with my brothers, like, how are you? They're like I say, wait, what have you been doing? How is your job? Are you working? How is school? Like, that's naturally me, looking out for people, because I want the best from them. I don't want them making mistakes that have made us suffered like me. And owning a business where I have to cook for people, you treat people in their highest, their lowest moment, and the minute they leave, they're smiling. True. So when you're able to feed people, they also would tend to you. So in the house, most of the guys just saw me that way, and they just felt like, can I just be one of your? And I'm like, okay, you're welcome. So
you're adopted.
It's just who I am. And I own a charity where I look after young girls, vulnerable young girls. And naturally, those girls will see me in that kind of space. So would they look at me and say, you're a pick me? No, it's just because I have a very kind personality, and,
Okay. All right, about you, Doris?
Well, for me, I believe that I showed my, various strengths as an actor, as a director, as a screenwriter, as a voice actor, and as a team player, basically as a very strong, independent woman. I feel like, I wouldn't change anything. I would have just, continued to, do what I was doing, pushing on, having fun with it. And then, the tag prop lady stuck, and I was having so much fun making those props. It was so much fun that during the Fear Week, my team and I signed the book that was made. Yes, Soso was in my team, so we signed it, just to have fun with it. So it was a really good experience.
Some people felt like you were a little bit disrespectful to Big Brother. Have you heard that too?
Yeah, I have, and it's quite funny because every time I would say, Dinari, let me tell you something. Please hold that. Big Brother is my boyfriend. I was having a very rough week. Okay. I know that Dinari had his diary session that week, and we had a quarrel. That Monday, I think Sabrina's picture was off the picture rack thing, and that's when we realized that she was gone. So I had a breakdown about that. The HOH, was also, I lost that day as well. So that week was a bit rough. I didn't get to diary session that week for some reason. I think that week was such a very busy week. So I felt like I was, the house is big. There are too many people. But at the same time, sometimes it's like, there's not enough time for you to be in yourself. And I always say I like to preserve myself a lot. So that week was such a rough week. So on Sunday, when Big Brother called me, I was just so exhausted. If you see the way I even went into the place, I had my nightie on and just my hair. Because I think I was in the salon, so I was just so tired. And when Big Brother told me, oh, you were short with me, I apologized for it. And, you know, I don't know where the narrative came from. Because I had one bad diary session where I was not my chirpy self. People have down days, no?
People have down days. And just a quick follow-up before I go to Ivatar and Soso. On Denari, I mean, you guys had something in the house, right? So, like, this is actually from my colleagues they were like saying, what do you even see in Denari? Like, so wait now, calm down. It's not my question. Wait, hey, calm down now. So, like, if I would ask you now, what are 3 qualities about Denari that you like, that made you attracted to him? What would it be? After that, I have one on color, but quickly.
Okay, Denari is very intelligent.
Okay.
During one of the challenges, he was literally the one heading. I could see him. So he was the one answering. I was like, wait, that guy's actually answering all the questions. When you speak to him, super intelligent. Like he always says, and he's very funny. I like a funny man. And one thing about him, he's very quiet. So you know all those men that they're very quiet, they're very chilled outside. But when you're alone, they're like, babe, see what happened today. That's the kind of person he is, and that's the kind of person I like. Somebody who is like...
Both of them nodding, so they can
there is right. So you see, Denari is the kind of person who would sit down and not say anything all day. And he can be sitting right next to me. But because there are other people, he would say nothing.
So second quality.
Yes. No, that's it now.
Quality?
He is very smart. He's very funny. And he's very quiet but chatty with me. Okay. And the people he's comfortable with.
Then what of Kola? I saw you were a bit angry that he denied having anything like in terms of trying to, I think like you said, how do you put it in that? Well, Kola was in the conversation. If, let's say Kola was clear with you about his intentions, would you have had something to do with Kola?
I mean, Kola is done and dusted.
But in the beginning, like in the beginning?
Well, I mean, it's what it is. Again, done, dusted. Denari, 1 week, I didn't see him. I was too busy in the first week doing the thing I thought was assistant HOH. That was the reason why I didn't see him. Until, you know, Jason told me about it. He did see me and was telling everyone in the house about me, except me. But, you know, we got talking the second week because luckily we were both on the same team and here we are.
All right, so I'm trying to bridge because of time.
Yeah.
So memories you take away with you from the house, like I'll come to you, Ivatar. If there's a memory that you cherish about your time in the Big Brother house, what would that be?
Just all my wins. I feel like I'm still a winner, regardless of whether I won the money or not. And
so the money not paying you?
Of course it did. But the whole experience, I got to grow, I got to learn about myself and other people. So definitely those.
What about you, Soso?
I would 100% cherish the platform because, you know, opportunity met preparation. I was very prepared because I felt like I'd already planted some seeds before going into the place. And I feel like now that I have the platform, whatever I launch out, and also most of the things I won in the house are things I had to do with myself. And I was really happy that I got to push myself. People got to see different strengths of who Soso was. I mean, I'm surprised that they are not pushing all those things online. Rather, they are picking the things they want to pick to talk about. They are not talking about when I'm sitting there and plaiting my head and doing all these things. You know, it was a lot of beautiful challenge and moments. So yeah, more than happy to continue pursuing the brands that I really want and, you know, maybe more. But yeah, you will see
so
me
I would say I'm happy that all of you are happy with your time in the house.
Yes. Yeah.
But if you look at the impact in the house and how viewers, you know, see you, what would you wish they see you as, you know, like, because I mean, fans would pick different, you know, should I say ideas of who you are. But what would you want people to know you for?
For me, I want people to know me for
I mean,
there are people who already remember me for the hard-working, go-getting, focused, intelligent Doris, and I'm okay with that. The people who don't see that, you know, I mean, you can't really force people to see what they don't want to see. So as long as the people who see it appreciate me, love on me, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
When I auditioned, when I was going into the house, I said I want to go and do something different, which is take away the general stereotype people have about people that look like me with the tattoos. That I do not have those. I am very calm. I'm very quiet. I'm sweet. I'm funny. you know, all those good things that come with, you know, that people don't relate with people with tattoos. I cried my eyes off when Big Brother thought I cheated and disqualified my whole team. And already I was feeling like people didn't like me in their team. That was an honest mistake. I had my monthlies, I was cramping, and I just picked a ball and put it. So when he thought I cheated, I felt so bad because no matter how I play a game, I wouldn't cheat, I wouldn't take people's stuff. Even if it's for fun, I still feel bad. So that's me. I'm very soft, I'm cool, but the craziness is there, but it's in a positive and fun way. So unfortunately, they saw my crazy negative side while I was arguing, but I'm actually a chilled, fun, sweet person with a sweet soul, and forget the tattoos, man. I'm a softie.
They don't define you, trust me.
Yeah,
What about you as a wrap-up?
I mean, for me, obviously, they said I was a mommy. I was a big sister.
Big Soso.
And nurturer, everything. Honestly, that's who I am. And I'm happy that they got to see that. The people that want to take it as negativity, the people that saw it as good, good. But then it's the business girly, the big so-so. So yeah, there's going to be big things happening outside here. So, yeah.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not 44, I'm 37. Please take that away, guys. I'm 37. It was a joke.
I'm happy you clarified that.
Yes.
Like, but hey, even if you're 44, whose business?
I mean,
come on. Like, hey, if you be yourself,
Yes.
age doesn't define who you are.
True,
So don't worry about people that think you're 40. Even if you're 54.
I can't wait to be 40, to be honest. My
Exactly.
daughter is behind
Oh,
backstage.
maybe
She's
your
just
life
turned
begins at
18.
14.
Yes, yes.
My dear, feel free, enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much for coming, and I do
Thank
wish you
you for
guys, I mean,
having
the
us.
best of the best life has to offer, all right?
Thank you
Thank you for having us.